real close. You guys have reached the affirmative action portion of the show. I'm so excited to be here. White people, hey, how y'all doing? Good to see you guys. Yeah, I love coming up north sometimes, I'm gonna be honest. It's a little cold up here, y'all. 2 weeks ago, I was in Detroit. I don't know if any of you guys have been there. If you haven't, don't. That place is terrible. It was horrible. The polar vortex hit, so the low was -30 and the high was crime rate. I was like, I gotta get out of here. This is terrible. I got done with my show in Detroit. I went out to the lobby. This lady came up to me. She asked me what I think is the rudest question I've ever been asked as a person. She was like, "Hey, Joe, are you regular black?" I was like, what the hell is regular black? I tried to answer her question. I was like, I'm biracial. My mom's white, my dad's black, I'm mixed. I thought that would end our conversation. That just prompted more stupid Detroit questions. She was like, oh, you're mixed, huh? Best of both worlds, right? I'm like, I guess. Like, it'd be kind of messed up if I was the worst of both worlds, wouldn't it? Like, if I had a low vertical and credit score, that'd be terrible. Like, I can't buy a car, but I can dunk, okay? Let's be clear. She got me thinking, though, there probably is a mixed dude out there right now living the worst of both worlds, right? Like, he can't dance and has diabetes. That's a horrible life. People are judging him. They're like, look at Jamal. He's got 2 left feet. One of those is about to fall off, so it's cool. This is the other question I get when I tell people I'm mixed, especially from white ladies. They go, oh, you're mixed, huh? Are you black from the waist down? That's not how this works, Albany, okay? We as mixed people don't get to determine where our best body parts go. If we could do that, we'd be mythical beings that the Greeks would have wrote about, right? We'd be called Negrotars. We'd be black from the waist down, so we could run fast, jump high, slang wang. And from the waist up, we'd be white, which means we could do taxes and not get pulled over. It'd be amazing. Mythical beings. On my way up here, I had to drive through the middle of nowhere, Ohio, and I got pulled over by an Amish cop. I was driving, all of a sudden I heard whoop whoop. I looked in my rear view, wasn't even a siren, just a guy on a buggy yelling like whoop whoop. I pulled over, he hopped out of his buggy, came up to my window, he's like, license and registration, sir. And I was like, you don't have a computer to run this, so. He looked at me, he goes, that's enough lip out of you, boy. I was like, boy, that is very aggressive. And then he said this, he goes, oh, is Officer Ezekiel gonna have to tase somebody tonight? Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Albany, okay? The black man in me got a little nervous. But the comedian in me was like, oh, I gotta see where this is going. So I started talking drunk. I was like, oh, you gonna tase me, Mr. Amish officer? Ain't nobody scared of you. Pull out your taser then. This fool pulled out the carpet square and started rubbing his feet. With the sickest finger in my window, I was like, no, sir, forget that. All right, Albany, about 90% of you guys got that. I have to explain it in Detroit, so this is already better. I grew up in Kentucky, like he said. I'm born and raised in Kentucky. I grew up in a house with a crazy lady. We called her mom. Everybody else had a crazy mom growing up. Round of applause. How many of you guys got whooped when you grew up? You guys get whooped? My mom whooped me, that made me the man I am today, which is a guy who clenches his butt anytime somebody takes off a belt. So that's nice. That is a terrible way to end the honeymoon, ma'am. I don't know why you're laughing. My mom used to whoop me, that was fine. But the problem I had with my mom was she would threaten me before she would spank me. And I was smart enough as a kid to know my mom's threats didn't make sense, but I was dumb enough as a kid to argue with the lady with the belt in front of me, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom used to say this, she'd be like, boy, if you don't sit down and shut up, I'm gonna break my foot off in your backside. I'd be like, well, first of all, Mom, your foot's not gonna fit. And if you want to hobble around the house looking like a white Kunta Kinte, that's up to you. I don't know what to tell you. Sir, Kunta Kinte was a slave in this movie called Roots. Okay, I just want to make sure you look lost. You saw Roots? Okay, just make sure. I thought you thought he was a rapper or something. Like, he did have 2 chains, but he's not a rapper. My mom used to say this, she was like, boy, if you don't sit down and shut up, I'm gonna knock you into next week. I'd be like, oh, now we have time traveling capabilities? If you could just knock me back 10 minutes, we could avoid this whole altercation. One time she got so mad, she didn't know what to do. She was like, ooh, boy. I tell you what, wait till your daddy gets home. Yeah, I was 4 then. It's been a long wait, people. It's been a long wait. No, I'm just being serious. My dad, he wasn't around a lot when I was growing up. He was kind of like the McRib. He would just show up at random times, no explanation. He's back in my life now. We hang out a couple months ago. He came to one of my shows and he heard me do that joke, and afterwards he was upset, yo. He was like, hey, boy, you better tell people I'm back in your life. So he's back, okay? He's back. I think it's him. It's fine, so we're going to go on Maury next year and find out. So I've got it narrowed down to him and Ice-T. Those are my two picks. For the older people, Detective Tutuola. So I'm talking about. He is not my father? All right, Ricky Skaggs, calm down, okay? Calm down. Oh my goodness, you guys are fun. You guys are a lot of fun. Married people in the house? Married people make some noise? Yeah, good. You guys not sure? You like not clapping? Like, I don't know where we are. We're in the midst of a discussion. I'm married. Me and my wife, we just celebrated 11 years. Very excited about that. Yeah. A lot of fun, man. I'll be honest. Here's the only problem I have with my wife. A lot of comedians, they get up and they talk bad about their spouse. That's not really me. But after a decade with the same woman, I thought I'd know everything there was to know about my wife. Wrong. Yes, right, sir. I learned something new about my wife every single day. Like recently, I learned my wife's a magician. Her favorite new trick is she'll change the TV to some show I don't want to watch, and then the remote disappears. She watches reality TV. Anybody here watch reality TV? That's stupid. Shut up. I hate it. Like, how bored is our life? We gotta sit around watching other people live their life. Are you kidding me? We paying cable for this? Let's go to Walmart and judge people. That's free. We can do that. I hate it because she watches the worst kinds of shows. That's the biggest problem. She watches the worst kinds of shows. Like she watches this one show called 16 and Pregnant, or we call it in the South, 7th grade. I hate that show. I don't know if you guys have seen it. 16 and Pregnant, you guys seen it? Yeah, like every single episode's the exact same. There's some young lady, she's upset, pregnant, crying on somebody's couch, usually not her own, texting with the baby's father. And what I've noticed when we watch marathons of this stupid show is every single one of these young ladies is texting the baby's father on a cell phone in a protective case. Let that marinate for a few of y'all. That is the fourth most ironic thing I've seen in my life. Right behind the Hindu kid in the YOLO t-shirt. A guy in a wheelchair singing Stand By Me at karaoke. And this lady at my mom's church who sings We Fall Down But We Get Up with the Life Alert necklace on. That's the most testimony. Love being married, to be honest. Like me and my wife, we hanging out a couple months ago. She thought she was gonna be a little freaky. She told me she wanted to do a little role reversal in the bedroom. So I took her up on her offer, woke her up late at night, talked about my feelings. Oh, were you asleep? My bad. Walked around the house, got my feet good and cold. Crawled back into bed and dug with the back of her legs. It was beautiful. She messed around and fell asleep. I took her phone, like, who you been texting? Let's see. After 11 years with the same person, you guys know if you're in a long-term relationship, you have ups and downs that happen all the time. We're in the technological age. Here's what I like to do, is anytime we have an argument, I like to Google it to see who was right. Fellas, wrong move. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But sometimes I stumble on things, and while I'm on Google, I fall down that rabbit hole and I discover things I never would have discovered otherwise. Like I discovered this, you guys might find this interesting. There's a new psychological study that came out last year that tells us you can do a personality test on the people you live with, all based on how they put the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll. It's real, you can Google this, you can Google it. Here's how it works. If you put the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll and it comes over the top for you to pull off, that means you are a dominant personality. And if you put the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll and it comes underneath for you to pull off, that means you are a submissive personality. Which makes complete sense, because like in my house, I put the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll and it comes over the top for me to pull off because I'm dominant. And my wife puts the toilet paper on top of the empty cardboard from the last toilet paper roll in order to show me who's boss, I think. That's me and my wife, we just got blessed 2 years ago, 2017, had our first child, a baby girl. Very excited about that, yeah. Parents in here? You guys parents? Yeah. How many you got, sir? Two, boys or girls? 24-year-old daughter, 17-year-old son. So you're almost free. You've almost made it. Mine's like 20 months. Yeah, you count down the days. I would be too. I'm already done. Like, I'm a black dad. This is optional. I might not fly back on Monday. We'll see. I don't know. Me and my wife, we weren't always even sure if we were going to have kids. We thought about adopting at one point, but we couldn't come to terms with the whole adoption thing, what we wanted to do. Like my wife, she wanted to adopt a baby from another country, give it a better life here in the United States, which is all noble and good, but I don't know that kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if we accidentally adopt a South Korean Menendez baby? I'm not trying to die in my sleep. It's not my thing. I told her, I was like, listen, all these little babies are always getting adopted. There's teenagers going through this foster system that need help. Let's give a home to like a 16-year-old, because when a kid is 16, by then you already know what the personality is like. And on top of that, when you adopt a 16-year-old, that's like a cell phone contract. 2 years. And we can decide if we want to keep this going or not. I was going to name the kid T-Mobile and everything. It was going to be amazing. We decided not to adopt. We found out we were pregnant. Instantly discovered me and my wife are very different people. She immediately got an app on her phone to track the entire pregnancy. Some of you ladies know what I'm talking about. Every single week it would tell us what we were supposed to expect that week, and then it would tell us how big our unborn child was, which would be fine if it would use regular stuff like ounces and centimeters. But instead, it compared our unborn baby to things like fruits and vegetables, small rodents, French pastries that I can't pronounce. I came home one day, my wife's like, oh my God, Joe, the baby's a kumquat. I was like, what'd you say about my baby? A couple weeks later, I come home, she was like, oh my God, Joe, guess how big the baby is? I was like, how big? She goes, a mango. I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like, I don't have any frame of reference for how a mango compares to an unborn child. Do you, sir? Of course not. You've never been in Walmart and went to the produce section. We're like, hey man, I need some mangoes. And the grocer's like, what size do you need, sir? You're like, I don't know, 3 to 4 month fetus. Makes no sense. Guys, we find out we're going to be dads. We want to tell our friends, right? That's what I wanted to do. I took out 2 of my best friends. We went out to lunch. I told them, hey, listen, guys, just found out my wife's pregnant. Very excited. I'm going to be a father. One of them looked at me and goes, Joe, congratulations. That is awesome. One question. What if you have a gay baby? I was like, well, listen, first of all, I'm going to love my child no matter what. That's first, okay? Second of all, what the heck is a gay baby? You ever seen one? You ever been walking through Walmart and seen a baby crying in the car like, wah? Never seen that. My other friend, he leaned across the table, he's like, Joe, it's 2017, forget about a gay baby. What if you have a transgender baby? I'm like, listen, again, I'm gonna love my child no matter what. That's my job as a father, is to love that child, okay? Also, have you seen a baby? Because if they don't have on the right color, they can all pass for transgender, you know what I'm saying? You ever seen a baby with no hair, no pink, no blue, now you gotta guess what it is? I'm like, oh my God, isn't it cute? What's its name? Jamie. Crap. It's a gay baby right there. That's what that is. Albany, I said some of you, when I said gay, y'all immediately were like, oh no, where's he going with this? Calm down, okay? Me personally, my personal view on life is I don't care what your walk in life is. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, short, tall, gay, straight. If you're bisexual, that's a little selfish. But in general, I don't care what you do. This world is big enough, we can all coexist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this world is big enough. People are so bigoted and hateful, I don't understand it. Why did we get to this point? You know what I'm saying? This world's big enough. I don't have to agree with your lifestyle, sir, in order for me to live mine, right? Like, I had a friend down in Kentucky, he was like, I don't agree with the gay lifestyle. I was like, well, Cecil, I don't agree with you having 6 kids and an 86 IQ, but I let you live, you know what I'm saying? And put on some damn sleeves. You don't have any muscles, go wear muscle shirts. This is ridiculous. I don't get it, like people are all bigoted, like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't like gay marriage, don't get gay married, duh. Like, that's real easy. I'm in my mid-30s, I've never accidentally been gay married. Like, it doesn't just sneak up on you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think some liberals get it wrong. They think if you don't believe what they believe, then you're in the wrong. I don't believe that. I believe there's a place for everybody, like I said. So if you don't feel comfortable around gay people, that's fine too. That is your walk of life. I don't really care. I will tell you, I would advise you to do what we do in my family, okay? We treat gay dudes the same way black people treat cop cars. So as long as you in front of me, we good, right? You get behind me, I'm gonna pull over for a second, let you pass. Now we're friends again. The whole gay issue is very near and dear to my heart. Here's why, because I have people on both sides of the argument. Growing up in the South, I got friends who are very conservative. They've been raised a very strict way. They do not feel comfortable around gay people. And then I have friends who are openly gay, and that is absolutely fine. That's their walk of life. And as a comedian, I like to bring both of these groups of people together in my house to see what happens. Yeah, back in November, I'm hanging out. Me and my boys, I had two of my friends over. One of them I've known since I was in kindergarten. Very conservative. He's not comfortable around gay people at all. His name is Reg. Okay? And the other dude I've known since middle school, he's been gay since the beginning of the time. Not a closet in sight. He is all the way out. You know what I'm saying? And his name is Tink. Okay? I don't know what his real name is. His nickname is Tink. It's been Tink since I've known him, so that's what I call him. Okay? And we're hanging out. We're watching the football. We're drinking beers. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Reg was drinking beers. Tink was drinking Smirnoff Ice. So we made fun of him a little. We was like, Tink, why are you drinking that? He was like, cause it's delicious, duh. Here, Joe, you wanna try some? And I'm gonna be honest, I tried the Smirnoff Ice. It was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. Probably one of the most refreshing beverages I've ever had. Then Tink offered it to Reg. He was like, here, Reg, you wanna try it? Reg was like, no, I don't do that. Tink was like, you don't do what? And he was like, I don't drink after gay people. I was like, what? Hold on, Reg, who says that? Bro, that's not how you catch it. Like, that's not a thing. Why would you say that? I drank after him. I'm no more or less gay than I was before I drank after him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what the problem is. We're all human beings. Our mouths are the same. His probably has more protein, but in general... in general, it's the same. I was trying to stand up for my friend Tink. Tink got mad at me. He was like, Joe, you shouldn't joke like that, okay? People are gonna take you seriously. They gonna think all of a sudden you can get gay after drinking after gay people. Before you know it, they gonna have gay-only water fountains. I'll be honest with y'all, like at first I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And then my comedic mind took it over and I imagined it. And I was like, gay-only water fountains? That would be fabulous. Are you kidding me? That'd be way better than the straight water fountain. It'd be bedazzled, have sparkling water, lime wedges, little umbrellas you could put on the top of your drink. I don't know about y'all, I'd be gay every summer. Like, I'd be at the park hooping like, ball game, I'm gonna go get some water. Oh, but you guys are a lot of fun. You guys let me have fun. All right, if you guys are on social media, make sure you look me up. If you got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's just that guy, Joe Deuce. And if you don't know how to spell Deuce like a majority of the country, just type in that guy Joe, I'll be the black one, okay? Find me pretty easily. And after the show, I'm gonna be outside. Make sure you come by and say hi. Don't walk past me and not make eye contact. That's rude. I'm not homeless, okay? It's rude. Some of y'all just walk out. If you like the show, then let me know. And if you didn't like the show, you can keep that to yourself. I don't really care.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Photo shoot.
What's that? Can we take a photo shoot? We're not gonna do a whole photo shoot. We can take a picture. Was picture what you were looking for, ma'am? You want a photo shoot? Maybe you're gonna talk to my management on that one. I don't know. No, we good. We can take pictures. We can take pictures. Yes.
Lawson did a photo shoot.
What's that?
Preacher Lawson did a photo shoot.
I don't know if you think that all black people do the same stuff. I'm neither dark enough nor in shape enough to be Preacher Lawson. This is Joe Deuce, and I'm gonna take 2 pictures, then you get your ass on, all right? I know you gotta bust the catch on down. Anyway, as I was saying, if the question segment of the show is done, I'll be out front. Come say hi. I also have some things here that I will give you in exchange for money, okay? The first of these is just my shirt, okay? This is what I like to sell after the show. It's got a positive message because I believe no matter who you are, whatever your walk of life is, you deserve to chase your dreams and make sure you stay true to who you are. So this is my shirt. It just says, believe in yourself and be you, okay? So you can get that after the show. I take cash or credit. I don't take EBT. I'm not set up for that. right? I also have this. This is the official sticker of my people. If you want one of these, it just says Negro Tar, a mythical being who is black from the waist down. So you guys get these after the show. Just so you're aware, I have these in both black and white. So you can get these after the show. Take them home, put them on your car, other people's cars. I don't really care. That's what I do. You double park at Target, Negro Tar. We're not playing that game. Shirt to 20, stickers or whatever you want to give me, okay? You can give me 1, you can give me 5, you can give me 20, you can give me 100, whatever you want to give me. You feel free, that's just a donation. I call that my half Black Friday sale. It's going on all weekend. And just one thing I will tell you that's a good thing to go along with my positivity. I like to give back, so every single dollar that I make from these shirts or from these stickers goes to feed a hungry child. So, yeah. Yeah, she's mine. She's mine. My child, I want to make sure we're clear. Oh, you guys have been great. I've enjoyed this. Have a great night. Thank you.